What's up, y'all? It's your boy Keith KJ Buckets coming to you with another video. This is about women. And what I've noticed, there are 3 things women are obsessed with: their weight, their appearance, and Beyonce. I was on this date and I picked up this girl, and I picked her up and we were in the car and we were driving on our way to the restaurant, and somehow we got on the topic about music artists, and she started talking about Beyonce. I think about Beyonce. I was like, oh, she's a cool artist. She's like monumental, of course. Every woman like loves her. She goes, yeah. She was like, what about her music video? Like, have you heard of like Dangerously in Love? Oh yeah. I mean, everybody's heard of Dangerously in Love. I mean, that was like a top 100 Billboard song that basically everybody knows about and talks about. What about Lemonade? And then she goes, I can't believe Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. So angry about it to the point where she was like, if she sees him in the street, she will go like straight salon on his ass. And I'm like, what? In a way, I'm like, what? You know, so we're going on, she's talking about Beyonce the whole entire car ride to the restaurant. And it got to the point where I got the feeling that I was like an Uber driver who basically picks up his passengers and doesn't say anything at all. We get to the restaurant, I'm like, finally, we probably won't talk about no damn Beyonce. I've heard it all the way up here to the restaurant. Finally, we can talk about probably something else, a change of scenery. Hopefully things will work out, and sit down at the table. And all of a sudden she goes, hey, you've been commenting about like my hair and stuff. What do you think about my hair? And I'm like, oh, it's nice. So as I'm telling her hair is nice and stuff, she proceeds to pull out her phone. She shows me a video of Single Ladies Beyonce, and she says, look, my hair is just like hers. So I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow. I am dealing with a psychotic fan who's obsessed with Beyonce. So I realized that this date wasn't gonna go anywhere. So I decided that, you know, after dinner, I'm gonna take her home. So after we finish dinner, she gets back in the car, and so we're sitting there, and I'm like, of course, like kind of bummed in a way. Like, that's all we talked about the whole conversation. She asked me about Rihanna. So she goes like, what do you think about Rihanna? And I literally perked up. I perked up because I was like, finally, we're gonna talk about something different than Beyonce. So I'm like, I start to engage in a conversation. I'm like, yeah, I think Rihanna's cool. She's a great artist. She has great videos. She dresses well. You know, she's a hit. And she goes, well, she's okay. Like, well, why you say that? And she goes, video she did with Beyonce, Bad Bitch. Beyonce had to carry her. Her vocals were not there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm sitting there like, you gotta be kidding me right now. And as she starts to talk about that, she pulls out, she has her phone in her hand, she takes my auxiliary cord, she plugs it into her phone, and then she starts playing Single Ladies. Why? Why is this happening to me right now? I've never knew somebody who's that obsessed with Beyonce. So as we're driving home, we're listening to a bunch of Beyonce songs. So I finally drop her off at the house. I go home, kind of bummed about the whole date because I basically took out a psychotic fan who's in love with Beyonce. I go home, I take a shower, and I'm going to bed, and I'm tossing and turning because I can't sleep because I have this damn song stuck in my fucking head.